What's up, guys? Gootecks and Mike Ross back again to go more in-depth about what's new in Street Fighter V. If you guys have played Street Fighter 4 or other previous versions of Street Fighter, there are definitely new elements of the game that we're going to tell you more about today.
Some of those new elements would consist of the V gauge, the critical gauge, and even the stun bar that you'll see in a match screen.
That's right. So in order to fully explore each of these gauges, the best thing to do is to start up training mode, go over to gauge settings, and set all of these to normal. That way we can see what each of them do. So one of the most important new elements of Street Fighter V is the V gauge. Your V gauge builds by taking damage or by using your V skill by pressing medium kick and medium punch together.
Ryu's V skill is a parry. If I throw a fireball at Ryu, he can absorb it and it builds up his V skill. Look at that meter go up. Yes. With Ken's V skill, it can actually be turned into an attack. So if I successfully hit my opponent with my V skill, look at how much meter I gain. With Ken's V skill, if I just tap it, he runs, but he doesn't attack. If I hold down my V skill buttons, then he'll launch an attack at the end of the run.
As Ken takes damage, his V gauge builds on the bottom right of the screen. And once it builds up like that, then Ken can activate V trigger by pressing heavy punch and heavy kick together. Everybody's V trigger is different, but Ken's V trigger, if you hit him with a fireball, it'll knock down the opponent. His uppercuts do more damage, and it allows him to extend combos. Ryu's V trigger is totally different. His fireballs become faster, and I can also charge the fireballs so that they do more hits and more damage.
I also do more stun. And stun in this game is something you never want to take your eyes off of. It's very important. You'll get the hang of it the longer you play.
Yeah, in Street Fighter 4, you were vulnerable to being stunned, but there was no stun gauge on the screen. But now the stun gauge is up by the timer.
So it's up to you guys to explore your character's V skill and V triggers and see what kind of cool stuff you can come up with.
But there's a third element of V gauge, which is V reversal. V reversal is performed by pressing forward on the controller and either all three punches or all three kicks, depending on the character.
And what the purpose of this is if you find yourself blocking nonstop, you can activate your V reversal to get your opponent off of you.
It's worth noting that V reversals cost one stock of your V gauge, but V triggers cost your entire V gauge. And some characters have 2-bar V gauges, and other characters like Ken have 3-bar V gauges.
So when the Street Fighter V mind games come into play, it's going to be up to you whether you want to save that V gauge for a V reversal to get your opponent off you, or use it for your V trigger and pull off some insane damage. Last but not least, let's talk about some critical arts.
So in previous Street Fighter games, you had 4 stocks of your super meter that you could use for EXs or focus attack, dash cancels. But Street Fighter V only has 3 bars. You can spend 1 bar on EX moves, or you can spend all 3 bars on a critical art. We're still just barely scratching the surface, but hopefully this gives you a better idea of what's new and different in Street Fighter V.
That's right. We want to thank PlayStation for bringing us out here to provide you guys with some of these insight tips. If you guys want some more information, please check out the official PlayStation blog.
And if you want to watch more Gootecks and Mike Ross explore Street Fighter V, you can check out new episodes of The Excellent Adventures of Gootecks and Mike Ross every Sunday on youtube.com/crosscountertv.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.
Available February 16th.
PlayStation